All right, everyone, welcome. This is Jordan Berry, instructional designer at Hack, and this video is designed to give you an overview of how to grade student submissions in D2L's Dropbox tool. So the first thing we're going to do once we log into our course is hit the Dropbox button in the nav bar, and we're going to see the Dropbox assignment that we've created. Now, this video assumes that you've already created a Dropbox assignment and linked it to the gradebook using a grade item. If you need to know how to go through those steps setting up a new Dropbox item, check out the other video that we created here. So we know that this assignment is linked to the gradebook using a grade item because of this small icon to the right of our Dropbox name. Now, it's very important to make sure that you do have a grade item attached to this D2L Dropbox assignment because grade items allow the Dropbox to communicate with the gradebook, and it will make the whole process of grading these assignments much quicker and more efficient. Also in this area, we can see in the next column labeled New that we have 2 new assignments to assess. So we're going to go in to look at those assignments by clicking on the Dropbox name. Now we can see that we have 2 assignments that have been submitted by 2 students, one from BB8 and one from Peter Pants, and both of them are new as the titles of their assignments are bolded. We can also see over here the dates and times that they submitted these assignments. All right, so let's go in and take a look at BB's assignment, and we do that by clicking on the assignment name here, and a new window opens with their assignment in this main area, along with the annotation tool taskbar at the top, and a sidebar that allows you to give evaluation and feedback. Now, D2L's annotation and feedback tools are awesome. And feedback, as you know, is really important to helping students develop academically, highlighting their areas of need and supporting them to getting to the next level and reaching those outcomes that you've set up is really important. So make sure that your feedback is very specific. Try to be positive when you're giving them advice. And the quicker that you provide them the feedback, the better, just because it'll be a lot fresher in their mind and they'll be able to turn around and fix those mistakes and those errors that they made and move toward improvement. All right, so the first thing we're going to take a look at is the annotation tool within this main area. So we'll see at the top, the first annotation tool we're going to look at is the pen tool. And when we click this little drop down here, we have 4 different options: the pen, the highlighter, the text highlighter, and the eraser. We're going to look at the pen tool really briefly. A new taskbar will drop down, and this will allow us to pick the pen's color, create a box, change the opacity of the pen, and the line size, as well as a whole set of other options that we're not going to explore today. But you'll see that we can write on their assignment here using the pen tool. Now, I will say that using the pen tool with a mouse is very difficult and clunky, and as you can see, it doesn't look that great. So you may want to stick to using a tablet with this tool or another annotation tool, which we will look at in a second. But just be aware that this tool does exist. We can also use a highlighter tool that will highlight whole areas of the assignment that they submitted, as well as the text highlighter tool that will highlight just certain sections of the text that you select, which can be really useful. And now obviously the eraser tool, we can click on and drag over the area that we want to erase and get rid of that annotation that we've created. All right. Additionally, if you want to get rid of these highlight areas, you'll have to select that tool again, click on the actual highlight, and then click this trash can icon to delete it. All right, and there it goes away. The next annotation tool that we'll look at is the note tool, which can be very useful. Again, you have a number of different colors and you have a number of different icons that will appear when you create a note. Let's just create a note with the comment icon, and we'll click anywhere on this area and we can drag and drop this to give them information or feedback through text format. So we have this icon, and a little note pops up and we can write something in this area. Okay, so we can give them some feedback there and click off the area, and it will just appear as a little icon which they can click and will open up their notes and their feedback that you provided them on that specific section. Now go ahead and play with the different icons if you'd like. See, they all just appear in a different way, but they all have the same function. All right, the next annotation tool is the text box area. So this allows you to create a text box, and you can write anything in the text box and move it around in the area. Again, you have different options to alter and change that text. So the next tool we're going to look at is the line creation tool. Basically, it creates lines and shapes that you can use as annotations as well. So just be aware that these tools do exist for you to use and annotate and mark up the students' assignments to give them great feedback. Okay, now once you're done annotating, you can download that annotation if you'd like, and what will happen is you will be prompted to save the file to your computer. It will download in your download section, and for Mozilla Firefox the downloads appear up here. I'll just show you what that looks like when it opens up. Basically, it opens as a PDF, and the students will be able to look at your annotations this way if you feel like you want to send them the PDF version. Now, you don't have to send them the PDF version. You can simply just publish this along with their grade, and they will see this within the gradebook as well. So it's just another option if you'd like to share with them the annotations. So that's the basics of the annotation tool. Let's take a look at this sidebar area here. Now we'll see at the top that we are grading BB8's assignment. Just gives us a reminder of whose assignment we are grading. We can send an email to that student by clicking this, and we can look at their progress in the class by clicking that. Now I'm going to scroll down here, and we're going to see that if we've created a rubric and attached it to it, it will appear here. Now we're not going to look at how to create rubrics, but just know that this is possible, and it's a really great way to explain to students what you're looking for an assignment, and it's also a great way to quickly grade the students' essays as well. Let's just take a quick look at how it will appear once it's connected. So we'll click this, and a pop-up will appear with the rubric and all its categories that you've created in this area. And all you would have to do then is click on the point value that they earned, and they could see why they earned that specific value. And it tallies all of the points for you. So you would just hit close, and that score will appear in that score box area after you selected all those rubric options. If you don't have a rubric attached, that's fine. We can go in and manually enter a score that we think that the student earned. And we'll move down to this area, which is a little feedback box where we can write text, giving them an overview or general information about what they can do to enhance or improve their work, and also where their strengths lie. And you can also upload a file if you'd like, or record audio to give them feedback as well. Now, once we're finished giving them all that feedback and annotating their assignment, all we would do is hit publish. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to publish their grade and annotations so that they can view them. Their grade will be sent to the gradebook because it's connected with a grade item, and they'll be able to go in and look at all the annotations and feedback that you've given them. So now that we're finished with BB8, a quick way to jump to the next student is by clicking this arrow right here. So we'll see we're on user 1 of 2. We want to go to the next student. So instead of going all the way back to that Dropbox area, we can just click this. And now we're looking at Peter Pants's submission. Okay, we just click on the document, and here it appears. And we do the same thing over again with Peter Pants. And we'll give him a score and publish his work. So that's it. We're finished grading and annotating both of our students' assignments in D2L, and we've published it to the gradebook. So let's go take a quick look at how it appears in the gradebook just to make sure the grades took properly. So we'll click back to submissions, and we'll go to our grades area. So let's check our enter grades, and we'll see if those grades did get entered. Let's scroll over, and yes, in our SA1 category, we see that BB8 got an 85 out of 100 and Peter Pan's got a 55. If we click on this little icon next to the grade, it's going to open a new window, and it will take us right back to their assignment just so we can take a quick look at it. So it's just another way to access the assignment that they submitted. Now, in case you're curious as to what the students will see once those annotations have been published, we can take a look at this on a student account. So we'll see we have my student BB8 here, and they have a notification in the top right corner. And they're alerted that SA1 has been graded, and they get their grade. We can check that in a number of ways. If the student goes to grades, they'll scroll down to that assignment here, essay number 1, and they'll see that they can choose view inline feedback. And when they hit that, the assignment will pop up with annotations included. Okay, so that's one way they can check those annotations that you've made. Additionally, if you go to the Dropbox area and they see that they have their submission and they have unread feedback, they can hit the unread option. And over here, they'll click view inline feedback. And again, their work is published here with all of the annotations and updates that you included. So that's it. I hope you found this video useful. If you run into any issues with grading and annotating your assignments in Dropbox and D2L, feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to walk you through. Take care.